Hi, my name is Dan Fleming from Dansmark Software Solutions. This is February the 24th, 1917. This is just a quick demo of StairMaster. We're going to do one floor with some details on it, just to kind of give you a feel of StairMaster. I've already done another video of 5 floors, so it does a lot more detailing on that one, but we're just going to quickly go through this thing. We're going to do a multiple floor system. We are going to use a railing system on this one. We're going to put slope railing designer on this one, and we are going to create details. Now I'm just going to there's the total riser height of 10 foot, and we're going to use that for this particular one. Now it stops, basically where I told it to, because I was doing some software checking on it, and it's creating all the details. And now I'm going to bring in the shop drawings, and I'm going to place them right there, and it created all this except for this on the left hand side over here. And this particular item here. Everything else is drawn from scratch. Drawn from scratch, you say? Yeah, it drew everything right here that you see in this video from scratch. Created all these shop drawings out of it, made blocks out of them so you could move them around. And it references each one of these shop drawings, and these railings reference a place somewhere on this railing system here, which is the main layout railing system. Not only does it keep track of elevations, and you can actually put in whatever elevation it is that you're starting from, and you can put in your total height of a floor, and you can actually move the landings up and down. Now that all depends on how many stringers there are on the lower side, how many stringers there are on the upper side. I probably should add some more math to that so I can know what elevation that landing is going to be at, but it doesn't do that right now. Basically it has we're going to move a railing over here, we're going to move this railing over there, move the handrail and the rail, so it's it's quickly and efficiently doing this. Yeah, it didn't do the bottom with a hoop on it like that you would on a railing, but it doesn't really matter, because I can bring in a hoop, put it on there, put it on my detail, add the material to the bill of material, and I'm done. Put a few annotations on it. A couple hours time I can have this little stair right here completely detailed. But anyway, it shows this whole elevation view right here. Now let me move these railings out of the way just for a moment. And there's the stringer itself, goes up to the landing. It's getting a double hit on this one and that one. I don't know why it's getting a double hit on that. And same thing over here. But it's something that I've inadvertently put in there and didn't realize that it was doing that, because it never done that before until the last little session of programming I done to it. And actually I fixed a lot of things, and obviously that's one of the things that was the outcome of it. It just put a double hit there. Ain't no big deal. Anyway, here's the plan view of the stair itself. The stair goes up, turns and goes up again. It keeps track of the elevations on the landings and landing over here. It puts the railings on here in plan view. It puts in the wall rails in plan view. Now the wall rails are not exactly where they need to go, because don't know why, something I did messed that up just a little bit so that it actually didn't put that in the correct spot. It ain't no big deal. You would move that back over to here, and then move it back to your clearance, whatever that might be, 1/8 of an inch, just for instance, all the way around. And that's completely configurable also in the dialog for StairMaster, what the stair will clearance is going to be, whether it's an 1/8 of an inch all the way around, or a 1/4 of an inch, or 3/16, or whatever it is that you want to put in there on it. So anyway, it also keeps track here. It tells you how many risers and the total for the riser. Same thing over here, you know. And what's really interesting is, you know, it creates this shot drawing right here with the elevation and the plan view. And if you have multiple floors, like in the next video, it keeps track of all those too. And let's see, how many drawings have we created? There's 11 drawings there. There's another drawing here, let's call it 12, that's 13, but these are really over here, so we'll just call it 13, you know, just to, and this whole set over here, all these over here, is actually these are blocks, but it keeps track of what stair you're at. It moves this up so that it matches the actual landing over here, and it moves this up so it actually matches the next floor, whatever that might be. It creates these details. It keeps track of what stair is where, going up and down. And what's really magical about this whole thing, let me tell you this, these numbers here, these letters and numbers, 1S1, 1S2, 1S6, and 1S10 are basically how you identify what part is going where. So you come over here and you zoom up, there's 1S1. So 1S1 is from finished floor to landing. It has the landing on it. Part of the landing is detailed. There's the detail for that, and there's a few other details with a complete bill of material with the weights and everything. And it comes up here and shows you, you know, where it's calling that out, where it's calling that one out. This item here, these two items here. The pans are completely configurable. There's a pan designer built into StairMaster, so you can design your own pans, and there's about 4 or 5 different default pans are in there. You pick one and you can change it from there. And railings are the same. Now I'm having some problems with my railings. I don't know why. It mirrors the rail, but it didn't mirror the dimensions, and I'm not sure why. That's something that I found. I messed up the software again, you know, a little tweak here, there, and yonder, and next thing you know, it's doing that. So I got to go back in there and fix that. It ain't no big deal. It does an end view of the stairs also, and you know, that's an actual real-time end view. So you know, it's 6 inches from the center to center of that railing right there. And if we go back over here, we can just check that. I always put a dimension in here so that they can refer back to there. There's exactly 6 inches. So these are correct. I mean, it does a nice job for the end view, and it knows based on how these stairs come together, I mean, where those points are. So it does a pretty good job of it. This is what I really like right here. Now this is actually a block, that is. All these here are blocks, but these were created from this drawing and different parts of this drawing in real time. So whatever you see right there is actually whatever it is right here. It actually creates, blocks those, you know, brings these items out, blocks them, trims them up, and blocks them, and places them back over here in real time. And then what I do is I explode this text, and I move it around to where it needs to be. Now let's go back over here and look right quick. There's detail 1 and detail 5. So we come over here to detail 1 and we look at detail 1. There's detail 1, bottom of stringer to steel landing connection. So I'm going to get rid of everything that goes from the landing up towards the next floor. So get rid of the stringer and the railing, and then move around the items right here. You know, the annotation points to where it's supposed to point, and change the sizes that's relevant to this particular stair job. Same thing with this one over here. That's detail 2, but detail 5 is the top of stringer to top steel landing. So I would get rid of, there's the double tap right there that I was telling you about a while ago. But anyway, it puts in all this annotation, so I'm going to get rid of everything that goes from this landing back down towards the finished floor. So on and so forth all the way through here. I mean, this does a very nice job. That one right there is detail 4, so it's only one detail. That shows the end conditioning of this, so that would be detail 4 right here. There it is right there. So I would show some, I'd show a wall in there, and blah blah blah. This thing used to draw the walls in there, and I don't know why it's not drawing walls in there right now. I probably have that function turned off in my software for whatever reason, but yeah, it should be doing the walls and everything. A section view of the wall. But anyway, it does a plan view, puts in the railings, does the wall railings and all that kind of stuff, and does the annotation for the details in here, so I can quickly come in here and do some typical details here, there, and yonder, and next thing you know, I got a full set of drawings. Move around a little bit. So a couple hours time, yeah, I can have a full set of drawings done. It's probably faster than anybody else out there can do it. But anyway, this is one of my products. This is one of the many products I have. This is by all means not the most amazing program that I have. StairMaster's pretty good. Slope Railing Designer is good in it. They're both good in themselves. I did not design StairMaster to work with any railing programs, but later on I realized I needed to do that. But for drawing stairs by themselves, it does a really good job. I got a lot of different options that I ain't gonna go over, but oh, by the way, all this stuff over here is basically details that I bring in, and if I don't use them, I just delete them. In other words, they're not relevant to this particular stair, like welding, and connections and all kinds of different stuff. So basically, I've come up here and I've put together a bunch of stuff, and I bring them in here, and if I don't use them, I just delete them. I mean, that's basically what the whole thing is about. So if you want to see some of the other programming that I've done, by all means get in contact with me and we can Skype. I got a column and beam program that's it's pretty amazing. I mean, I think that it is anyway. What I know, I'm just a programmer and detailer. So give me a call, 386-243-1981. My email is dan@dansmarkdotcom. Thanks.